Have you ever wondered if there's a deeper flow to life? Like something beneath the surface that makes everything work? Why do rivers always know where to go? Why do trees grow without anyone telling them how? Why does life seem to have a rhythm, even when we don't understand it? Today, we're going to explore the Tao, one of the most mysterious yet beautiful ideas in all of philosophy. And by the end of this video, you'll see how understanding the Tao can change the way you live, for the better. So, let's start with the big question. What is the Tao? First off, Tao, spelled T-A-O, but pronounced Dao, literally means the way or the path. But it's not just a path you walk on. It's the way everything in the universe works. The Tao is the natural order behind all life, all change, all existence. It's the force that makes rivers flow, seasons change, trees grow, and even you, as a person, think, feel, and live. Now here's where it gets tricky. The Tao is invisible, formless, and beyond words. You can't see it. You can't touch it. And as soon as you try to describe it, you've already missed part of what it is. In fact, the Tao Te Ching, the most famous Taoist book written by Laozi, starts by saying, "The Tao that can be spoken is not the eternal Tao." Mind-blowing, right? It's like trying to describe what water feels like to a fish. It's all around them, but they don't even realize it. But if we can't fully explain the Tao, why bother trying to understand it? Because even though we can't see it, we can feel it and align ourselves with it. And when we do, life flows more smoothly. We struggle less, we stress less, and we live more fully. So, what does it mean to live in alignment with the Tao? It means to flow with life instead of fighting it, to accept change instead of resisting it, to act naturally, without forcing or faking. Think about how water flows around rocks. It doesn't get angry, it doesn't stop. It just flows, adapting to whatever's in its way. That's how Taoists believe we should live. Instead of trying to control every little thing, we trust the flow. Instead of trying to make life fit our expectations, we move with life's natural rhythm. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're stuck in traffic. You're late. You're stressed. You're honking, cursing, wishing cars would move. That's fighting against what is. That's resisting the Tao. But what if, instead, you accepted that you're stuck? You turn on some music. You take a breath. You use the time to relax. That's flowing with the Tao. Same situation, but a totally different experience. Here's another one. Think about relationships. When you try to force someone to love you, it doesn't work. But when you relax, be yourself, and let things unfold naturally, love grows on its own. That's the Tao in action. Now, you might be wondering, if the Tao is all about flow, does that mean we just sit around and do nothing? Nope. Taoism isn't about being passive. It's about acting when the time is right, and not acting when it's not. It's about natural action, doing things in a way that feels right, effortless, and aligned with the moment. Think of a great athlete. They don't force every move. They respond, adapt, flow with the game. That's Tao. So, how can you start living more in tune with the Tao? First, pay attention to nature. Nature is always following the Tao. Watch how trees sway with the wind. Notice how rivers curve around obstacles. Nature doesn't force anything. Second, practice letting go. Let go of needing to control everything. Let go of resisting what's happening. Instead of asking, "How can I fight this?" ask, "How can I flow with this?" Third, trust the process. Even when life doesn't go the way you want, trust that there's a flow to it. Sometimes obstacles are there to teach you. Sometimes delays are actually protections. When you trust the Tao, you stop panicking over every little thing. You realize life has a way of working out when you stop fighting it. Let me share a story. There's a Taoist parable about a farmer. One day, his horse runs away. Everyone says, "Oh no, what bad luck." The farmer says, "Maybe." The next day, the horse returns, bringing 2 wild horses with it. Everyone says, "Wow, what good luck." The farmer says, "Maybe." Then the farmer's son tries to ride one of the wild horses and breaks his leg. Everyone says, "Oh no, what bad luck." The farmer says, "Maybe." A week later, soldiers come to the village to draft young men for war, but they skip the farmer's son because of his broken leg. Good luck? Bad luck? The Tao teaches us, don't rush to judge. Just flow. So, to wrap this up, what is the Tao? It's the natural way of life. It's the flow that runs through everything. And when we live in harmony with it, life gets easier. We stop struggling. We start flowing. So, if you're feeling stuck, anxious, or out of sync, maybe it's time to ask, am I flowing with the Tao? or fighting against it. If you enjoyed this, hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment. How would you describe the Tao in your own words? See you next time. And remember, flow like water, live like the Tao.